Alright, double upload time, and here we are at the the modern SilVertStone GP circuit. You can't actually see the cars, but it's kind of funny. And we actually have a couple of big drivers here as well. Starting up in 5th, we actually have Battle Rocket, which is that companion, as you generally refer to him as. Starting in 7th, we have Wreck-It Ralph. Miss Penelope by about a few hundred miles. She's in Spain, pal. Starting in 8th, we have Dr. Justice. And we are playing as Vert. We call it SilVertStone. And we start in 14th. That's a little concerning because starting races here with those first two corners can be a little sketchy. Alright. Alright. So this won't go anywhere? Alright. Alright, yeah, you deserve that. This thing is already showing slight temperament. Sheer top speed of Vert's car in this game. Almost slightly uncharacteristic of him to have such an effective vehicle. Excuse me, Ralph. Excuse me, Battle Rocket. Okay, you don't like that idea. Fine. I'll just wait my turn then. Vert's patience is, well, part of his character. Whoa, alright, Battle Rocket, you had a moment, as I basically don't even take the corner at all. It should also be mentioned, I don't really know how it happened. I was too busy trying to get a nice picture of the truck for the thumbnail and whatnot, but Gearhead actually ended up passing that Porsche at some point, and he won the race. Okay, Battle Rocket, you're getting a little on my nerves. You're going to need to go off yourself now. I like this position. Thank you. It took slightly longer than I feel like it should have taken. I'm gonna get to pass the most enjoyable car in this game. The Z4. Not really. Oh, we're not turning. Okay. This Weisenheimer. I didn't mention that he cut the track because it was actually kind of my fault that he basically had to. It'd be great when I'm not in such a gridlock that I can actually figure out how precisely this car is supposed to be driven right now. But so far, I've really just been kind of winging it and hoping that I don't run into someone, which I haven't really done that yet. Much. Oh, you were going slow as well. That just totally threw me off. I would totally gotten around him if we didn't basically take up 3 lanes with one car. Okay, keep it on the road this time, me. Ah, God, barely. Not nearly as fast as they kept on the road, and the other BMW is back on my bumper. Z4 is about to kill that Renault if he tries that. Meanwhile, first and second are just getting away because these two just... Oh, It's been every car, but it just seems like it's been these two specifically because I can't even catch to them. Oh. Freaking Z4s, man, swear to God. They just stop hitting me as the day Project Cars 3 comes out and they're not in the game. Because then by that point the car will probably be 10 years outdated. Good day and good riddance. God. Let's get up to those two who are pretty much in the next freaking time zone at this point because I had to spend 2 whole laps just to get around a Z4. Don't you think about swan diving me in any of these corners either. I will end you I will end you in your miserable existence. The Z4s are like the Joker of this game. As we now enter the night phase. I'm in like intense driving focus mode now because I'm trying to ideally both, but I catch second and first, or at the very least keep this Z4 as far away from me as physically possible. Because if I fail B, then A becomes considerably harder. I'm not stuck in absolute gridlock. This thing isn't handling nearly as bad as I once thought it was going to, but now that I actually have free road ahead of me, drives exactly how I would want the Mercedes to drive, and rather how I would expect it to drive. Very infrequent moments of light jump scare, but most of the time, pretty obedient to what the driver says it should do. Now I'm starting to get the hang of that turn. It is a little understeery, and that can sometimes change my lines, which then leads me to be oversteery because I do something crazy. That's not all the car's fault either. I could probably be keeping it off of curbs like that one. It would definitely be helping my cause. Okay, what in the heck lap times are these leaders running? Oh, faster than me. Well, that's unfortunate. Third it is, because I'm not catching them with those lap times. Not legitimately, and Vert doesn't really play all that dirty unless someone has done so to him first. Oh, what the heck? Makes like random moments of slight jump scare, but usually fine. Yeah, I'm not even so much concerned about first and second anymore. They're almost 10 seconds ahead of me and running faster laps. And I'm more concerned about the Z4 being, well, a Z4 and just being obnoxious. Right on my behind, probably thinking about diving and or running straight into me in any one of these corners if it's within like 3 car lengths of me, which I'm pretty sure it is like right now, but you don't really brake for this turn as much as you want to. Or as much as you would want to if you're going to try and pass someone, unless you are actually insane. Which, I wouldn't put it past this Z4 then, with that said. Yeah, nope, they're just faster. There's nothing I can do about them. It was too delayed by the Z4 and the M6. And starting in 14th place definitely did not help my odds. So regrettably, Vert will kind of have to concede at least partial defeat. I guess you can join the Buttercup Club of not bad, but not perfection either. I didn't know what that curve was going to do, and I just about peed myself when I realized I was driving straight onto it. I'm running pretty consistent lap times. Unfortunately, they're also almost a second and a half consistently slower than what the leader runs. I feel like I could probably gain a little more there, but I'm really a bit unsure of where precisely to brake for that third corner. Looks like there's a bit of time being lost in this next turn, too. There aren't terribly many clear things that like would give you a hint as to where you should be braking. It makes them hard a little bit. At least the left handle. Like, unlike this one where it's like, okay, brake there, right at the 50, and you basically nail it. Basically. Probably helped if I shifted to third, but Oh, I felt the suspension give way there. Oh, we're not turning. No, we're turning too early. It happens when you get any S section wrong in any track. You get a little offline, and you basically, it's just a guessing game of whether you will be able to correct yourself before the grass does it for you. We're in the F1 video game, there is no grass there. It's all like concrete. That was actually fastest lap I've run. I would really enjoy it if this Z4 would back the heck off. Their presence alone makes me a little shaky because of just how off their AI can be sometimes. I know it's not actually the car specifically that causes the problem. It just so happens that most of the time something has gone wrong due to an AI driver, it's been a Z4 driver. Alright, third gear helped not at all there. I'm getting closer to their laps. Unfortunately, their laps are also getting faster, so... I'm still losing an entire second to those 2 liters per lap, so... I think even with my increasing pace, that those 2 are out of my sight. Even though technically they're like, I just saw them go through here. Like, 7.5-ish minutes to go, and the sun is coming up once again. Yeah, there they are over there. But they've literally put an entire U-turn in between them and me. The only thing too is, Vert's not the offensive type either. I can't just use my car to push the Z4 off the road and get it out of my hair. This Vert doesn't roll that way. There's a sudden sunrise. I'm fairly certain we may still see 4 laps based on the timing of the opponents up there. And if it were me in the lead, we would have just barely 3 laps to go. But it's not. Okay, we're just not turning now. I think this car gets a little tighter when the sun rises compared to when it's... Okay, never mind. I think generally that the car is a little tighter with the sun above than with it not there. I don't think a legit run through that turn. Too bad it was also really slow. Running through that corner was awkward. You know, the laps are getting slower already. I know that means the same for the leaders, though. Kind of. Not as drastic difference as mine was. It's also because I kind of botched a turn. Ah, I saw you trying. Piece of garbage. We don't need that cone, right? And then we hit another cone. Turns it back to my old Forza 4 days in like 2012 when I had a bumper sticker on most of my cars that said Traffic Cone Assassin. Yeah, that was way better of a turn. I didn't even need third gear that time. Kind of unfortunate that doesn't really seem like it matters what I do. These two BMWs are going to be at that exact same distance for the rest of seemingly all of eternity at this point. That was an interesting line, me. Two laps to go. Because, well, it'd be only one for me, it's going to be 2 for the leaders, so therefore it's 2 for me. to. I'm actually getting slightly away from those two. Finally, it's taken like 15 minutes of driving. I'm on pace for a record lap here, at least for me, but still, unless I really nail these next few turns, still won't even touch what the leaders run. I didn't nail it, but it wasn't bad. Does not break a 2-minute 3, but I'm just not getting to the 2-minute 2s, but that's still definitively my fastest lap, and we only have one more of them to go. Sadly, I don't think any character that we know is actually fighting for the front there. All of our characters kind of actually fell short at the start of the race rather than leapt upwards. There were no gearheads, clearly. Of course, reference to the last race where gearhead gained 4 places to win that track day event. Last time through there went good enough, to say the least. And now I'm on pace to basically tie my previous fastest lap. And there it is. And so that'll be it for 20th episode, technically 22nd, but we don't really count the send-offs, and actually technically 23rd if you counted episode 0, but that clearly says 0, so anyway, so yeah, Vert drove as best that he could, gained 11 places within like the first 10 minutes, or 5 to 7 minutes of the race again, like over 10 spots, but fortunately, the other 2 cars had so much time to escape me and were running actually faster laps than me. It makes outros awkward because I can't exactly say what's next on the list because I don't actually have a reason to tell you. I can know. I don't actually know off the top of my head, but I can look. But even if I looked, I wouldn't say what it is because that would just kind of ruin the point.